as it should always be. The foundlings are the future. This is the way.
This is the way.
Hello everyone, welcome to the first ever episode of the Dark Watch Clan. I am Frank Angel and this is my son,
Aiden.
We are currently a clan of 2. We hope that you guys will stick around and enjoy our content. Let's kick off this first episode. So now that the first episode of the season 3 of The Mandalorian, The Apostate, is out and everybody's already gotten their chance to theorize on it, I'd like to turn my attention and theorize on why the Mandalorians are in battle. Now, it was definitely noted, based on the trailers that we saw before the show came out, that we were going to see more Mandalorians. We definitely saw footage of Mandalorians going into battle. And well, now watching this first episode, it totally makes sense. And this is why in the middle of the episode, Din Djarin and Grogu venture into Nevarro, where they meet up with their old ally, Greef Karga, and at this point now, he's got a new title to his name, and he is now known as a High Magistrate Karga, which is basically mayor of Nevarro. Towards the end of the meeting, the High Magistrate Karga gets called to the old saloon. Keep in mind that since Karga started running Nevarro, he turned it into a school in season 2 of The Mandalorian. So when the High Magistrate Karga and Din Djarin get to the old saloon, now a kid's school, they see the droid denying the space pirates entry, informing them that it's no longer a saloon. The space pirates continue demanding to go in and that drinks be served. The High Magistrate Karga makes several attempts to civilly talk it out over drinks back at his office, and at this point, the space pirates escalate the situation to a Western gun draw. Both Din Djarin and the High Magistrate Karga take out 5 of the space pirates, leaving Vane alive, basically a messenger to go back and inform the rest of the space pirates that Nevarro is now a place of respect. Now this is where it's going to get interesting. As Din Djarin and Grogu make their way out of Nevarro, they encounter an attack by Vane and his backup of almost 10 to 11 space pirates. Din Djarin takes them out one by one, either by shooting them down or causing them to crash into the floating space rocks. Vane manages to fly away while Din Djarin is still in his pursuit. At this point, Vane is basically leading Din Djarin back to the space pirate's captain. As Din Djarin comes upon the space pirate's captain ship, targets are locked onto him. The space pirate's captain, Gorian Shard, then tells Din Djarin to surrender his ship if he wishes to live. Din Djarin replies to him, "I've got no problem with you." Gorian Shard basically tells him, "You killed a few of my men, you basically do." At this point, Din Djarin is outgunned and has no choice but to hyperspeed away from the situation. Now, as we all saw, this left Gorian Shard in full anger. What this is going to cause is for the space pirates to go back to Nevarro and begin bringing back violence and fear to the citizens of Nevarro. The space pirates' captain, Gorian Shard, will eventually challenge the High Magistrate Karga. And as far as we see at the moment, the High Magistrate Karga has no backup to match Gorian Shard's space pirates. And based on what we've seen from the space pirates, they come in numbers. Just when you think you've gotten rid of the few that are there, more will come out of the woodwork. This will lead to the High Magistrate Karga seeking help from Din Djarin. We all know that Din Djarin will definitely be helping out the High Magistrate Grief Karga, and well, as far as backup, the only ones that we know that would be able to help out Din Djarin are Boba Fett, Shannik Fan, and Chrysanthemum, but we don't know what they are up to at this time, so at this moment, I'm not going to speculate them helping out, although it would be nice to see one of them in action. We all saw at the start of the episode that the armor was creating a new Beskar helmet uh, fitted for a child. Some of us, yeah, we thought that it might have been for Grogu, but at the same time, it does not make sense for that to happen just yet. Moments later, the armor is in the shoreline with a foundling or a child that was born into the Mandalorian culture. Basically, in the middle of soaring him into the Creed, a huge turtle crocodile appears out of the water. Luckily, the armor was able to get herself and the child to safety. The huge turtle crocodile proceeds attacking Mandalorians in its path. Only one of them gets eaten, while other Mandalorians continue to defend themselves and the territory, shooting it with blasters, some even shooting it with flames out of their gauntlets, while some attached thermal detonators onto his back. Out of the blue sky, a shot is fired at the turtle crocodile. A few seconds later, we learn that it's Din Djarin and Grogu flying in their Naboo N1 starfighter ship towards the sea monster, firing a second shot, destroying it completely, saving the rest of the Mandalorians. Now, this is going to definitely help Din Djarin down the line for when he seeks backup from his fellow Mandalorians. Even though he's an apostate, he showed loyalty at a very critical moment. This is where one of Mandalorian's culture beliefs loyalty and solidarity are the way will come into play. When Din Djarin asks for backup, some of the Mandalorians will probably accept as gratitude for Din Djarin saving their lives from the sea monster. Last but not least, Din Djarin will very likely be seeking Bo-Katan's backup. Even though she's currently having differences, she will most likely come through and be a very significant factor. In Season 2 of The Mandalorian, Chapter 11, The Heiress, we learn that Bo-Katan and her clan Night Owls are hijacking Imperial ships in their quest to retake Mandalore. Most importantly, she's after Moff Gideon to regain the Darksaber so that she can once again rule Mandalore. Now this is where it's going to get very exciting. Bo-Katan is very likely to be using some of the ships that she and her Night Owls clan hijacked in order to transport the rest of the Mandalorians. As we all saw in the trailers, Mandalorians ejecting in a high thrilling skydiving way from a ship ascending into Navarro, where they'll be going into battle against the space pirates. So what do you guys think? Could this be something that will come to pass on this long-awaited Season 3 of The Mandalorian? Who would you guys like to see be a backup to the High Magistrate Karga? Comment your thoughts, and if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Your subscription will be appreciated. This is Frank Angel of the Dark Watch clan. This is The Way, and we'll see you next time.